Hello, guys. Good morning. Actually, I was reading a book by Paddy Upton, who is the sports coach, and he has been coaching D. Gukesh, Virat Kohli, then Rahul Dravid, then South African team, the Australian Premier League teams. So important. Even 2011 World Cup winning Indian team, he was involved in the team's preparations and effort, which ultimately culminated into World Cup, India winning the World Cup in after. So Paddy Upton has written a book. Yeah, the name of the book is Barefoot Coach. Now, while reading this book, some of the very interesting aspects came in my reading. We know about the seven highly effective habits of a successful person. The book, the title is on these lines: Seven Highly Effective Habits of a Successful Person. So while reading the book, I came across seven highly effective habits of a loser. Seven highly effective habits of a loser. And now this is an interesting aspect because, as you know, in life, none of us can guarantee that we'll be only winning everything at anything that we do. Any project, any adventure, any effort, any task, any ambition, any objective, any agenda that we are working on, none of us can guarantee that we'll be winning all of them. So we are supposed to lose some, win some, and that is life. So there are ups and downs of life. That is what makes life interesting and enjoyable. Now, important points is seven highly effective habits of successful people is one thing. Now, seven highly effective habits of a successful loser is important because all of us are going to lose some or the other way, some or the other time, in some of the other agenda, some of the other objective. But what we do after losing counts. What we do after losing what makes us successful. Now our success depends on how we react and how we respond to failures in our lives. So in this context, this seven highly effective habits of a successful loser is very interesting, and we should all of us very carefully look at these aspects because all of us are going to lose at some point in time, and all of us will need these aspects so that we can rise from the ashes of failure and be a phoenix. So the first thing, there can be seven, as Paddy Upton rightly said, there can be seven ways of doing it, seven things, parameters that can be taken care of. The first is gaining perspective. Any loss, we need to understand the context. We need to understand complete situation. We need to understand the complete canvas against which we are failing in certain objective or certain agenda or certain task. For example, in career, if I'm losing job, I'm just giving a hypothetical example. In career, if I'm losing a job, that is part of my professional career, whereas my life involves my social career, professional career, familial obligations, etc., etc. So, in all this context, for example, this Japanese concept kaizen, if you can do, there can be various aspects of life that makes us richer. Out of all these aspects, professional life is one. I'm sure it is very important, but it is one of the many. And if I'm failing in certain aspect of one of the many parameters, I'm sure we can go on living life. We can look at it from a different context where we can have a look at it from bird's eye view, and we can feel that, okay, I'm failing in this area, I need to work on it, but at the same time there are so many other areas that are working for me, and hence I should keep on moving. So this loss or failure uh, is mandatory, is going to happen. But we need to understand it is a limited area, and the context of life needs to be taken into consideration. For example, this is one thing. For example, the other thing can be, let us say, I my child is not studying properly. Now my professional life is good, my social life is good, but my personal life, I tend to be anxious about how my child is not able to study properly. So that is one aspect that I cannot ignore. At the same time, that I cannot make this aspect affect my other entities. So my focus has to be context. Against what context and the complete perspective that I need to understand. My child may be interested in something else. My child can be exceptional in something else. My child is in the wrong section, wrong stream of studies. There can be so many ways. Or my child just needs guidance. That is also possible. I'm giving hypothetical example. So point here is there are so many aspects of life, and we may be failing on one or two, but we cannot, at any cost, we cannot let these failures affect our other aspects of life, and we can certainly work on these failed items and keep on improving and progressing in our lives. So this gaining perspective is very important. That is first part. 7 highly effective habits of a successful loser. The first habit is gaining perspective after loss. The second habit is expecting and accepting failure. This is basically the mentality or the frame of mind wherein we have accepted the fact that at some point in time we are going to fail, at some point in time we are going to lose, at some point in time we are going to win, at some point in time everything is going to go as per our minds, as per our expectations. But at the same time we must be very well aware that at certain points things may go wrong way, things will not go as per our plans, and things may not turn out as per our expectations. So this understanding and acceptance of the fact that there are going to be failures and we should be expecting certain failures. I'm not sure we are working towards failure. There's a difference. I'm saying we can always give 110, 120, 150% and then also expect failures, because there can be certain things which are beyond your control. So this acceptance, mental acceptance of the fact that we should be expecting failures and we should be accepting failures is second highly effective habit of a successful loser. The third highly effective habit of a successful loser is knowing that this too shall pass. Now this is very important, because as we are going through a rough patch, as we are going through a bad patch, as the things are not going as per our agenda or the planning, we need to keep on moving. So to keep ourselves motivated, inspired and running, we must be in a frame of mind that this specific difficult time is also going to pass. This too shall pass is the secret mantra. So this bad patch is going to pass, and then obviously there will be greener pastures ahead, and we'll be successful in whatever we are doing. This phase, so overcoming this phase, overriding this phase is very important, without losing your heart, without losing your enthusiasm, without losing your ambition. So this knowing that this too shall pass is third highly successful habit of a successful loser. Because even if I'm losing, I must keep on working, I must keep on persevering, I must keep on moving in the right direction at the right speed, so that when this bad patch finishes, I will be in a better position to take advantage of all the opportunities that are around me, or at the same time I have moved in life also. So this is third. The fourth highly effective habit of a successful loser is controlling the only controllables. So there are aspects, basically internal and external. In internal, there are certain aspects that we can control, mental aspects and physical aspects. Then there are things which cannot control. Then similarly, in the external factors, whatever we are working with people ultimately. So there is a society, there is a team, there is an office, there are colleagues, and there are competition, then there are clients, etc., etc. So we are always interacting with people. And with people, the problem here is we can control certain aspects, whereas there are so many other aspects that can never be controlled. Even after trying hard, you cannot control all the aspects of human tendencies. You cannot control all the aspects of nature. You cannot control all the aspects of the ecosystem that is around you. You cannot control what happens globally in your workplace or in your area field. So there are so many other controllables that we cannot control, and understanding the fact that we can control only certain aspects, making sure that these controllable aspects are controlled properly, that is the only thing that we can do. Now we cannot drain our energy, we cannot keep on pushing the uncontrollables, because even after trying hard, even after giving everything, these uncontrollable things cannot be affected. So these will go as it is. For example, industrial trains, for example, natural calamities, for example, social problems that are beyond our control at the global level. So there are so many other things. The point here is to understand what is in my control and how can I control it. Taking action to control it. Fourth highly effective habit of a successful leader is knowing what can be controlled and controlling it properly, and knowing what cannot be controlled and leaving it aside. So this is important. The fifth highly effective habit of a successful loser is reviewing to learn. There are always certain lessons that can be learned from success and failure equally well. So even if you are succeeding, that means you are doing certain things exceptionally well. And when you are failing in certain things, there are things that needs to be done exceptionally well, that needs to be improved at all costs. Until unless you reach that levels of improvements, you are not going to win in those areas. So this reviewing, we used to have SMART, SMART, which is self-monitoring and review techniques. So we must keep on continuing reviewing the situations around us in the case of successes, in the case of failure, so that we can learn from both these aspects. Now, the problem is typically if you are failing, people tend to close themselves. People tend to stop brain from seeking any feedback and inputs. They get into sulking modes. They go into shells. That is exactly needs to be, that is what exactly needs to be avoided, because reviewing to learn whatever has gone wrong needs to be properly analyzed, needs to be properly worked out, so that you know what are the actionables and what components are to be taken care of, so that when the next opportunity comes up, you will not repeat the mistakes. So this fifth highly effective habit of a successful loser is reviewing to learn after every failure. The sixth highly effective habit of a successful loser is planning to improve. As this is the logical extension of reviewing to learn, whatever review, whatever analysis we do after failures, there are certain actionables, as I said, that needs to be immediately actioned out, that needs to be immediately worked upon. So as long as you are planning to improve, not only planning but executing these plans, planning to improve, there can be so many ways, so many things that needs to be done immediately, so that when the next opportunity comes, we'll not repeat the mistakes. Having a plan ready and keep on working on those plans, so that these minor items, this fine tuning, these improvements in our whatever we are doing can be effective in practical situations, so that when the next opportunity comes knocking up, we'll be ready by not making mistakes. So this is sixth highly effective habit of a successful loser. The seventh the most highly effective habit of a successful loser is growing character. Now, character is basically what we do, and it is not about just how you are seen, but what you do is more important. Character is how you respond to situations. It can be success, failure, neutral, how you treat others, how you work under tremendous pressure, how you react to tremendous pressure, how you react when you are not in the pressure, how you react when you are succeeding, how you react when you are failing, how you react when the person in front of you is not going to help you in any way, how you are treating people who are not in any way able to help you. So this is character basically. And what responsibilities are you welcoming? It's not only family responsibilities, personal responsibilities, but also societal and national responsibilities that you are responding to as per your absolute capacity, utmost capacity. So this character basically is what makes you stand against all the obstacles, and it will help you stand tall. So irrespective of whether you are winning or losing, you need to be the same person with excellent character, and your results do not determine who you are, and they should not determine who you are. So these words and actions when we are succeeding and failure basically describe what kind of character do we have. We have seen a lot of people who will be taking all the credit when things are going right, and who will be blaming their teams when things go wrong. So this is one more character. Basically, this growing character is making sure that we respond to the situations in a positive context, whether you're succeeding, learning from the successes, treating people well, and when you're failing, learning from failures and again treating people well without making any compromises with the way you treat others, the way you respond to the failures, and the way you celebrate your successes. So these are the 7 highly effective habits of a successful loser. Now, on the lighter context, there can be so many people who will not be successful losers, and they will be only losers. So they will not have these highly effective habits, which will convert them from losers into successful losers. So for these people who are only losers and who are not keen to learn anything from the losses that they are facing, on the lighter note, there are again 7 things. The art of the pivot. These people, the highly successful losers, are masters of the pivot. They can seamlessly transition from one seemingly promising venture to another without batting an eyelid, always finding a new shiny object to chase before the previous can truly be imploding. That means before completing the first shiny project, they will be jumping on the next shiny project, because they are not sure that the first shiny project will be successful. They are always pivoting. They are always changing the goalposts. They are always relocating their objectives. They are always changing the aims on targets and objectives, so that they don't get judged. They don't get measured against those. The second lighter note, very highly ineffective habit of a loser is cultivating a network of yes men. They are always surrounded by people who are yes men. They want to hear what they want you to say what they want to hear. So these, regardless of how misguided their inputs or ideas can be, maybe, but these people are always happy with the yes men around them. The third highly effective habit of a loser, simple loser, is illusion of control. They always show as if they are in full control, irrespective of the results. Even if things are going wrong, they will still be in full control without any effective or practical effect on the team. The fourth highly successful habit of a loser, simple loser, is mastering the blame game. Certainly blaming others for the results without naming anybody. They are subtle enough to make sure that none of the individual is pointed at, but they will be certainly giving the hints that I'm failing because of you. And this is mastering the blame game. The fifth successful habit of a loser, simple loser, and a lifelong loser is almost. I was about to win the game. I almost achieved the objective. This consistently comes close to achieving greatness, but always falls just short. This creates a narrative of perpetual near success masking true failure. They're always about to win, but they never win. So this is highly effective habit of a plain loser. The sixth highly effective habit of a plain loser is the cult of personality. They always work on their charisma, and they cultivate a charismatic persona that overshadows any actual accomplishment. It is all hullabaloo, all show business. So that, and they will be thrusting their show business onto others, and they will make sure that the people actually don't end up asking questions about the actual results, though it is all a show business. Basically, this creates a narrative. People will be more likely to overlook your shortcomings if they admire your charm. This is the secret formula. The seventh most highly effective habit of a loser is redefining success. They always keep on changing the goalposts. If you can't achieve your original goal, simply redefine success to fit your current circumstances. I may not be a millionaire, but I am surrounded by friends who think I am. Is the kind of mentality. Redefining success. Whatever we have, it needs to be packaged in a way that it can be showcased as a success. So these are highly effective habits of losers. Now the choice that we have is whether we want to be a successful loser, that means losing and then learning from those losses and making sure that we are successful, or losers, simple losers, who will be facing losses and then taking losses and then do nothing. They just keep on going without making any improvements, without taking any corrective measures, etc. So this Paddy Upton's book is really a really nice book. You must read it, The Barefoot Coach. And seven highly effective habits of a successful loser are very interesting, and we must learn from those. Just to request you before I sign off today, visit my YouTube channel, like, share, comment, subscribe. I keep on publishing videos that are related to careers and how we can achieve success by utilizing whatever resources, whatever intelligence, whatever skills that we have, and by taking care of all the other obstacles that will be coming in our path, and we need to keep on moving forward. So these seven highly effective habits of successful losers will help us overcome all the losses that are inevitable, and then learning from them, and then keep on moving forward. Like, comment, share, subscribe my YouTube channel, and thank you very much.